That has nothing to do with my presentation. Somebody emailed that to me. I said, that's funny as hell, and I'm going to share it with these people. I just showed you two brands that are considered cult brands. Cult brands. Hey, the word cult here is a very good word. Just like you'll hear me use the word evangelist. And I'll explain a little later why I love that word. But the word cult brand, cult. You know what it means? It means that people will blindly follow them, do what they ask them to do, and pay what they ask them to pay. Is it because these are stupid people? No. These are some of the most informed, educated people in the world. Why then will they follow these brands blindly? Here's why. Because they trust them with all their heart and soul. They want to belong to them. They don't want to just buy something. They want to belong to this brand. Now, I'm going to show you a process on how to create a cult brand, personally and professionally. I'm telling you, the next 3-4 slides, you follow this process, it will immediately and forever change everything about you at every level, from relationships to revenue stream. Here we go. I'm going to show you first on how you create a cult brand. First, you must create a cult community. A cult brand is a result of a community, not a product. I'm going to show you a little later how there's no such thing as product loyalty. There isn't. There's brand loyalty. There's no such thing as stuff loyalty. Now, first, you must create a cult community. Now, you're not going to go back to your offices next week, sit around and have a staff meeting and say, okay, we heard a pretty good speaker. He wants us to create a cult community. All right, so on Wednesday, everybody go out and start launching our community. We want you, we don't want any of you. And no, that's not how you do it. You do not tell me that you want me in your community. I tell you, as your evangelist, that I'm building your community. I will tell you if you're worthy of me spreading the word. Now, evangelist, oh, love that word. You've heard the word promoter, net promoter, and all those good words. Those are good, but they're not powerful enough for me, and I'll tell you why. I'll promote you if you incentivize me or if you ask me to. I'll promote you if I'm satisfied. You say, hey, would you mind telling someone? Yeah, sure, why not? However, an evangelist is overwhelmingly compelled. They can't even control themselves. They feel the need to go out and spread the good word about you. If you've done something so special for somebody, they can't hold back. That's an evangelist. So what you want to do is you want to find several really awesome evangelists and let them take you to the promised land. Let them build your brand. Now, Dr. Abraham Maslow, he was a behavioral psychologist. He's long dead and gone. But now this is the amazing thing. As Dr. Maslow is teaching behavior, he's quickly becoming the godfather of branding. How does a behavioral psychologist become the godfather of branding? You want to know why? Because brand building is not about messaging. It's not about marketing and clever campaigns. Brand building is about understanding behavior and understanding that emotion controls decisions. Now, here's what he said. He created a pyramid, and he calls it the hierarchy of needs. At the bottom, he said these are the most important needs in our lives for survival. Physiological needs, we cannot survive without them. Food, shelter, clothing. However, they do nothing for us emotionally, nothing. Food, you get hungry, you eat, you're full. You get hungry, you eat, you're full. You may, oh, it tastes good, but what we get emotional about is the dining experience. You know, the people we're with and the ambiance and all that. That's what we get emotional about. Shelter. You get up in the morning, you look outside, it's pouring. You go about your day. You don't open up the curtains, it's pouring. Look up at your roof. Wow, what a roof. Call all your friends, come see this roof. What a roof. You don't do that. You want to know why? Because it does nothing for us. You just take it for granted. There it is. Clothing. Okay, ladies, hit me. Am I wrong? Yeah. I did a program a few months ago. Afterward, 3 ladies walked up to me. One in the middle walks right up to me, and she shakes my hand. She said, I want you to know that I loved your presentation. I agree with everything you said except for one thing. I said, what's that? She squeezes my hand. She said, don't you dare tell me I'm not emotional about my clothes. I said, really? She goes, and purses. Oh, especially purses. I love purses. She said, I've got a closet full of purses. Do you really? She said, yes, I do. I said, how many really ugly purses are in that closet? She said, what? I said, let me put it differently so that maybe you can remember. When was the last time you went out and purposely bought a god-awful, hideous, homely purse? She said, why in the world would I do that? I said, why wouldn't you? You said you love purses. She said, because an ugly purse would make me feel stupid. I said, you see? You're not emotional about purses. you're emotional about the way a purse makes you feel. Does that make sense? Now, low emotional needs. Safety, security, social interaction, and self-esteem. If I'm working with you, and it is not about price, but what it's about is you're saying to me, by connecting with me emotionally, you know what, I trust this person. And I feel this is a safe decision. Not only that, I'm actually learning something. I'm actually getting a little more confident in my ability to make recommendations around my home. Here's where you really start nailing the needle when it comes to emotion. Self-actualization. Learn, grow, reach our fullest potential. Every one of us self-actualizes every day. You may not think about it, but don't worry about it, because you know what? Over 95% of every thought that you have every day of your life is unconscious. We have over 3,000 thoughts a day. We only remember a few of them. This is true. Now, when you wake up in the morning, you want to be better than you were yesterday. You may not think about it, but you are thinking about it. You don't get up in the morning and go, oh, I think I'll just status quo today. In fact, I might just jump back a few paces. Nobody cares. You don't. You want to do better. Now, when you're working with somebody and you're actually making them feel like, wow, I'm learning more about why I'm doing this. And you know what? And I feel like if I meet with you and you make me so intelligent that I can go home and be a hero to my wife, whew. Understand this too. Every person you ever deal with for the rest of your life has somebody to answer to. You will never, ever meet anybody who doesn't have someone to answer to, who doesn't have someone they're trying to impress. There's only one person I know of that doesn't answer to anybody.